second version of my last video because I thought it was a bit short and I had a lot more to say. It's a change of hours in the UK, so we've got less light now, so a lot more of these darkly dimmed videos, unfortunately. I just wanted to mention a bit more about the Irish family that I met, and we're on to different topics. Old lady sat in the front, she must have been in the 80s, I'm guessing, all pretty tipsy Irish. Asked me if I spoke Welsh, and I said, "Dwi'n siarad Cymraeg," and then obviously made a bit of fun of that. And the old lady said, "Do any of you speak Irish?" Trying to keep up my end. And one of the boys in the back, I'm saying boys, they were in the 40s, 50s, said, "Mum speaks a bit of Irish," and then she said something, and then he translated it as arseholes. And then she'd say that one of her sons in the back was an arsehole. And she kept saying that a lot of the trip. Anyway, we also talked about the Irish Troubles, and this was after I'd said I wished I'd gone over there. They were obviously from the Republic, I think. And he said to start off with, "We don't really care about the Northern Irish." I said, "Well, you'd like it back," which they agreed. And anyway, the old lady kept saying, "Oh, it was terrible." And they said that they had bricks thrown through their window after the Birmingham bombings back in the 80s. IRA attacked a pub that I know of in the centre of Birmingham, killed a few people. It came up. I said that I want to die, and then she said the guy in the back, who the mum kept calling an arsehole, said, "Yeah, you should go there, it's full of Muslims now." Oh dear. I don't know if they'd worked it out that I was Muslim, but the mum, when she got out of the car, I think this is a joke from the telly, an old one. It says, "May your God be with you." What was his name? He was an Irish comedian when I was growing up. Anyway, later on, I had a bunch of boys, actually, young kids, students at college in their mid-teens, all stinking of BO, as teenagers do, I suppose. Really been shown how to be clean and well-groomed. And it made me think, actually, I turned up late and we were all giggling away at the back. I thought, oh gosh. The second time I've heard about giggling kids. My daughter, who's being homeschooled, has a friend, and she was giggling. Actually, she's gone with her to one of these Halloween castles, where there's a new craze out at the moment where people get scare you, jump out at you, just to make you scream and laugh. Well, her friend she'd gone with was just crying every time someone jumped out at her. And her mum said to her, "Man up." And the daughter said to her, well, you man up. And the mum said to the daughter, this is in front of my own daughter, I'm more a man than a man. A strange comment, but it made me think actually about the idea of boys specifically growing up not knowing, okay, how to keep well groomed, but to be a man and to be able to do all the things that are expected of boys when they get older. It seems to me that this whole idea of being against a patriarchal, family environment, this whole thing that seems to be being pushed at the moment, that to be, as that saying goes, mansplaining. It's a whole detriment to how boys have been brought up, and I wondered after a while, maybe there's a bit of a comment at the moment about conscription, which is terrible in itself, knowing that you'd have to fight for, draconian kind of government, invasions that we're seeing at the moment, and whether or not boys should have some kind of army upbringing and training and be more manly, I suppose. But at the same time, I had a very interesting discussion with one of my nephews who's just come out of the army cadets, but completely strange conversations that we have or we have had on Palestine and Gaza and protesting, and that he believed that you should fight for your country whichever country you should go into, and that Afghanistan had it coming, or the people had it coming, and the situation that they're in now, they had it coming. Just, maybe the army doesn't really get you ready mentally for dealing with the realities of what's happening in the world at the moment. Anyway, I wanted to also talk about the discussion of that one of the words that came up in the convert group of integration. I have another job coming. Maybe see if it goes through. I have a problem with that because being a teacher and seeing what integration does, at the same time, digressing a bit, but integration in regard to being having to assimilate and be a part of another group when you revert. I have a problem with that word. I had a problem with that word before it was mentioned. I was like someone setting me a fuse, and I believe that growing up as a Muslim since I was 18, and seeing a lot of Muslim revert kids come out of the faith because of the idea that they weren't integrating, and didn't find the community as welcoming and helpful, and especially when their social issues or whatever came to light, there was no one ready to run to them and help them, and invariably, as a lot of reverts can testify, you do face a lot of difficulties and troubles at the start. So yeah, I do mention this quite a lot, that the community should do a lot more to improve relations with the Riva community and make things easy and understand what they've gone through to be where they are. Yeah, my other comment, since I haven't got another job, was it's an interesting one that a lot of Uber drivers might be thinking about at the moment, and that is debt. I realise my car is getting a bit long in the tooth, and been looking at a new car, and wondering if I should look at another big debt next year. But something came on my mind actually, that in my opinion Ubering is as with most businesses, I think they always have their death nails being bashed into their coffin. I don't see Uber being a stable job in the present and in the future. So whether or not I'd have the money to be able to keep paying off debt, and whether or not
In a half mile, turn left.
having a sustainable kind of livelihood, knowing where I am, not having a stable income. I'm reliant on pick up riders. But it's the environment and the world we live in, where we're literally supposed to be in debt. Mortgages, credit score, mobile phone contracts, everything. It's been made. The system has been made to make you stressed and looking to make sure you're paying your bills and forget what's important. I think family, connections with your creator, and where you're going. So yeah.